Alrighty, hello everyone. Wave meteorologist Jessica Dobson here with a check of your forecast on this gorgeous Saturday we have had so far. Hopefully you've been outside and enjoyed it so far, because it has been a beautiful day, and we're going to talk about some really big changes that we have on the way, and one small hiccup for tomorrow that we might run into. At least some of you might. So we have all of that we are going to dive into. So buckle up. Hope you guys are ready. Let me know where you're watching from, and if you are a fan of this low humidity. I mean, it is very rare by mid to late July standards. So we are in for a real treat tonight, especially too. We're going to be expecting some cooler weather to arrive, and we'll talk about some of those low temperatures in just a moment. But hello to Lisa Kelly. She said it's going to be hot this week. Don't give anything away yet. But yes, it will be hot. Some of the hottest temperatures we've seen in a while. David Klinger, good evening to you. He says it's been a nice day. Glenda Lucas watching. Beautiful night here in Bardstown, I bet. The sun is starting to go down, and the temperatures are going to continue to cool off. It has been just so gorgeous. We're still sitting at 80 degrees right now in Louisville. Oh my goodness. I realized I didn't have the graphics pulled up so you guys can see. Let me go backwards so we can get a live view outside, because it has been so nice. This is a live view from our Jeffersonville Skytrack camera. It's always one of my favorite views we have of the city. The skyline's always so pretty. You can see it at night too, how it's all lit up. But yeah, today's been a really nice day. 70 degrees already in Carrollton, 70 in Litchfield to E-Town. So all in all, it has been a really pleasant day. Temperatures have been so comfortable. It was a little hot. I went to the Nulu Summerfest for a little bit earlier today. I took a very short nap, and so I was able to go for a little bit with Olivia Russell, and we were breaking a little bit of a sweat by the afternoon, but it was still very nice in terms of our humidity. So that is always good to hear. Well, I pulled this up a little earlier than I meant to, but that's all right. We have the Meade County Fair that's happening tomorrow. If you're going to be heading out, we're looking at a beautiful Sunday. I mean, it's going to be another very nice day. I don't want the rain chances to scare anyone away from making their outdoor plans. And the fair runs all the way through Saturday, July 29th. So you have some time if you can't head out tomorrow, but I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be one of the best days to go, just considering the forecast. It's not going to be sweltering. It's not going to be terribly hot and humid. The parade starts at 2:30. So if you're going to be heading out, we'll be in good shape. You might be wondering about rain chances. I mean, the last several weekends have been so stormy for us, and I'm really happy. I was so excited this morning to report such a nice forecast for us, especially today and even into most of tomorrow. Really, it's going to be a nice day too. We have that 20% chance of a few isolated showers, and I really think the majority of those are going to, for one, have a tough time even sustaining themselves, and they're going to stay mostly to areas, I would say, north of the river. But okay, again, if you're watching and just now tuning in, be sure to leave a comment with where you're watching from, and if you have any questions too, of course, we want to answer those for you. But this is our sticky meter. So it might look a little confusing. You're like, why is there so much blue? Blue is good. There's our little key that you see at the top where it says pleasant, humid, muggy, sticky, miserable. And that kind of explains our dew point, our humidity level in the atmosphere. And you'll see, usually we're pretty muggy overnight, but even still tonight, it's not going to be so bad. So this is midnight all the way through tomorrow. We're looking really nice, very pleasant. And this dry air is going to be one of the things that keeps our rain chances tomorrow really to a bit of a, excuse me. Sorry, I have been battling allergies like so bad today. I think it's because I spent so much time outside. My nose has been itchy and I've been having a scratchy throat. So You'll have to excuse me if I clear my throat a lot. But we do have a really nice Sunday in terms of what it's going to feel like. It will be slightly warmer than what we saw today by a degree or two, but you probably won't even notice a difference. Our rain chances for tomorrow, about a 20% chance, mainly during the afternoon. And I really think these are going to be staying to our north. So if these are able to form, it's going to be a very weak disturbance overall. There's not a ton of great ingredients in place for these to form and get going. So we'll likely stay mostly dry through the majority of the day. We'll start to see a couple of showers or thunderstorms form to our north by about 4 p.m. I think we'll start to really see these try to get going. But see, almost as quickly as they get going, they kind of fall apart and they wash themselves out. And it's not going to be a wash out of a day by any means. And you'll see how a lot of these dissipate before they can even make it across the river, because we just have a lot of dry air in place too. And that can limit our, rain and storm potential. And if they don't have the ingredients that they need to get going or to sustain themselves or anything to feed off of, they're going to lose their steam. And that's essentially what's going to likely unfold tomorrow. But Susan Smith asks a great question. I always get sidetracked by you guys, but she says, did you and Tawana enjoy the Beyonce concert? Did the rain stay away from the L&N Stadium last Monday? Luckily, it did. I mean, when we were heading home, we got really, really lucky because it did start to lightning. We started to hear the thunder while we were walking to our cars and everything and to our rides. But it was an amazing show, amazing concert. It was like an experience. You know what I mean? So that was really fun. If you were at the concert too, I hope you had a good time. It was so much fun and the weather cooperated. I mean, it was still very hot and humid. I mean, we were sweating bullets still. And I was also sweating bullets just because of the storm chances. And I didn't have a ton of service, but it all worked out perfectly. So that was great. Okay, tomorrow's rain chances. Let's talk about those a little bit more. It's not going to be widespread washout by any means. A lot of these are going to dissipate after sunset tomorrow. So that's something to keep in mind for those of you who have outdoor plans. Don't cancel them, but just download the Wave Weather app. It will let you know if there's lightning or heavy rain nearby. And I really think areas, especially near Seymour, Washington County, Jackson, Jennings County, probably have the best opportunity of seeing one of these downpours. They're just going to fall apart so quickly. We're not going to have much to work with in terms of those rain chances. And then we're looking mostly dry for Monday, but you'll notice the dew points, they start to get a little bit more into the humid range. So these are our dew point temperatures, and we kind of have ranges. We do have ranges for them in terms of the comfort level. We've been in the 50s today. That is incredibly dry air for this time of year, especially during the winter time. That's a little bit of a high number, but because the air is so dry during the winter, but during the summer, we see those dew points get much higher. And I mean, once we start to get close to that 70 mark of dew points, 70-degree dew points are just downright awful, not fun. Even when we get to the mid to upper 60s like this, when we have temperatures as hot as we're going to be expecting, it is going to be brutal out there. So make your plans now. Have ways to stay cool. Check on your neighbors, the elderly. Make sure you bring your pets inside if you can, or at least make sure they have some sort of shelter and ways to stay cool. Lots of water, because it is going to be sweltering. Mid-90s. That's some of the hottest weather we have, or temperatures we've seen in a while, really, for all of this summer. It hasn't been, we've had a couple days here and there, but not this consistently. So this is going to be a heat wave. We have to have 3 or more consecutive days in the 90s. And we're at least going to have about 5 of them, I would say, at this point. I almost went 96 for Friday because some of the models try to point at that. Some of the models were trying to throw in some crazy numbers like 100, but we're not going to go there yet. We still have a little bit of a ways to go before we start to see. We're going to have to see where the peak of the heat, don't mean to rhyme on purpose, but where the peak of the heat and the hottest temperatures are going to be taking place. So looks like it's going to be somewhere around Thursday or Friday is what we're thinking at this point, just based on the latest trends. It's going to be a pretty dry week all in all. We'll see a couple of isolated downpours. Oh my gosh, Brian, good. Oh, Brian, I love you. I have a really funny story to tell you about today. It involves, I was being very clumsy today, and I'll have to text you a video and a story about it, because I have this little I suffered an injury today. It's not my only one. So if you see me with all these Band-Aids, it's because I am very clumsy. So I'll text that to Brian in a moment. Sorry, I can't tell everyone else. I mean, I guess I could, but I don't want to because I'm embarrassed. But we do have temperatures through the next several days in the mid 90s. Again, it's going to be very hot, humid too. This is when we could see heat indices, so our feels like temperature approach the triple digit range. I mean, at least I would say around the low 100s. So it is going to be really hot. Maybe make some pool plans. You'll have a day where you have to like submerge yourself in the water to stay cool because you probably will be sweating bullets if you are trying to spend time outside of the water and just lay out. I don't know. I'm the type of person who has to get in the water. I don't know how people can just, unless it's a day like this, but even this, I'm like, okay, I'm getting too hot. I have to get in because I love to read my book at the pool, but usually I have to have like my feet in the water or something to stay cool. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Not too complex of a forecast just yet, but all in all, it is going to be a hot week. That's going to be the big story. Tomorrow's still going to be really nice. Just a couple of stray showers. Honestly, that 20% chance, I think, is going to be mainly for Southern Indiana. Really, for the metro, it's probably closer to a 10%, especially south of the metro. But even still, the rain chances are going to be very low. It's going to be kind of one of those pop-up scenarios, I think, for the most part. There's not going to be anything really powerful enough to cool us off considerably. I mean, even Saturday's chances only bring us to 92, so it's still pretty abysmal. Okay, we do have some spam. I'm so sorry, guys, if they are tagging you. So let me go ahead and block them. But if you guys don't have any more questions, I will hop off here. Pretty cut and dry forecast, I feel like. Sorry, I'm deleting comments and things. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, we will, of course, have more. Oops. Oh, my goodness. I was trying to fix something and I did not. I pressed the wrong button, y'all. But if you guys have any more questions, we'll of course have wave news coming up in about an hour and a half at 11, and we'll have your updated forecast for you then. And as always, you can download the Wave Weather app. I use that on my days off, so that should be a sign that you use it too. And there's a free radar in there too. I feel like people always are wanting a good radar app, so that is one of them to use. But okay, I will stop rambling now and talking to myself. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday night and are doing something fun. But yeah, take care. Enjoy the free air conditioning tonight, and we will see you back here tonight at 11.